Yes, I was at the comic book store today picking up my weekly comics, and we'll start off by showing what comic books I did get this week. And we have Absolute Batman. Oh, there's some lens flare there. Oh no. Oh no, not the lens flare. No. Absolute Batman number 19. This one has the debut of the Absolute Scarecrow and the Absolute Robins. The Robins will be introduced in this particular comic, particular issue. And then next issue is going to be All Out War with the Robins. So super excited to see that. And we have a little Talon over there for the Court of Owls. I've got Jim Gordon looking. I have yet to read this issue, so I don't know what Jim Gordon is up to in this one, but I'm sure it's all good. And the second comic book is, of course, Catwoman, number 86. I have no idea what's going on because I'm not caught up with Catwoman, unfortunately. But it looks like she's surprised. Either taking off the mask of someone or taking off her mask. She's very shocked. Anyway, those are the two comic books that I've picked up this week. Awesome sauce. Super excited to read the put those over there to read the Absolute Batman, and of course I need to catch up on Catwoman. Anywho, let me move the camera a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I picked up some booster packs for Magic the Gathering. Just to get it out of the way, we'll open the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles play booster that I got, because every pack of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been pretty worthwhile, because each pack includes a mutant ninja turtle. They don't have to be teenagers, and they don't have to be part of the four, but they are. Each pack includes a mutant ninja turtle, so that's good. That's good. All right, what do we get? We have Zog, Triceraton Castaway, legendary creature, dinosaur soldier. Reach trample when Zog enters. Target creature can't block this turn. Mountain cycling, of course, we already know what cycling does. Tunnel Rats. Return this card from pay 4 plus swamp. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Wait, so that's very much like what was the other rat? The zombie rat? But instead of returning it, no, it was a zombie, not a rat. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. There was a zombie that was like, did this, but it returned it back to your hand instead. Yo, Onyx, how's it going? I hope you're well. Return to the sewers. Instant target creature owner puts it in their choice of top or bottom of their library. Create a mutagen token. You're good. How about me? I'm doing fairly well. I went to the comic book store today and picked up some comics and some Magic cards, and this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. Yo, how's it going, Not? A wise man once said, never pay full price for a late pizza. I know, right? Action News Crew, Human Citizen, Vigilance, Channel 6. That's funny. That's funny. Channel 6. Discard this card. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Draw a card. Bot Bashing Time. Sorcery. Bot Bashing Time deals 6 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Ice Cream Kitty. Oh no! Wait, is the kitty eating the ice cream? Or is it made of ice cream? Food Cat Mutant. Sacrifice another creature or token, draw a card, activate only as a sorcery, sacrifice this creature, you gain 3 life. That's not what they mean by pet food, dude. Michelangelo. What? What? That's just weird. Foot ninjas, human ninja, sneak. When this creature enters, you gain 3 life. Spicy oatmeal pizza. We've got this one before. It's awesome. Food. When this artifact enters, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to you. Oh no. It's probably the spice kicker. Lesson from life. Sorcery. Draw 3 cards. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Everything pizza. Artifact food. When this artifact enters, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. And if you tap 2 plus every mana color, sacrifice this artifact, target player gains 3 life and draws a card. Each of your opponents discard a card. This artifact deals 3 damage to any target. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Damn. That's harsh. Oh, we got Donatello again. This is Donatello Turtle Techie. We got this one last time. Our rare is South Wind Avatar, Snake Spirit Avatar, Death Touch. Whenever another creature you control dies, you gain life equal to its toughness. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Oh, so it's a vampiric. Even though he's a snake, it's vampiric. Alright, so we got a Bebop and Rocksteady foil. Legendary creature, Boar Rhino Mutant. I believe we got this one last time, but it wasn't a foil. Whenever Bebop and Rocksteady attack or block, sacrifice a permanent unless you discard a card. And then we got a beautiful island full art foil. That's awesome. And we got a mutagen mutant token. Put these over here. Okay, so I don't want to dive into Strixhaven just yet. I want to show you guys another thing that I got, and it is the Lifegain. Oh, if I just don't knock it over there. Ready to play 60 card theme deck, and it's got it's white and black because Zoraline is white and black. So it does tell you like a list of the cards on the side of what you get, but it is a grab and go play immediately type deck. So let's open it. Actually, the contents. Contents: battle ready 60 card deck box, and 5 double-sided token cards, strategy insert, and reference card. So let's open this up, shall we? Garbage. Garbage. What do we got? What do we get? What do we get? Oh, that's a nice deck box. There we go. Anything else in this box? Nothing. Okay. Lifegain. Oh, she's on the back as well. That's awesome. A lovely card insert. There's the cards. What else they give us? What else? There's this just cardboard. Yep, it's just cardboard. Okay, we'll set this to the side. Put that there. Take a look at the insert real quick. All right. This is just base. Welcome to standard 60 card decks. Got a full art poster here, mini poster. That's awesome. with the instruction booklet. We'll put this over here along with that. Let's take a look at the deck that we get. It's kind of like a pre-made commander deck, but this is for standard 60 card decks. Come on. It's always this last little part that doesn't want to cooperate. That's why we have scissors. Right. Garbage. All right, what do we get? What do we get? I might as well just cut this deck in half. Holy cow. Okay. Let's see. Case of the Uneaten Feast. It looks like it's an enchantment case. So this is not a saga card. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. To solve, you've gained 5 or more life this turn. If unsolved, solve at the beginning of your end step. Solved, sacrifice this case creature cards in your graveyard. You may cast this from your graveyard until the end of turn. Oh, nice. So it basically makes your graveyard into a second hand that you can cast. And we got another one of those. Oh, got 3 of those. Wow. Of course, since this is standard, you are allowed to have more than one of the same card. Essence Channeler. There we go. Bat Cleric. As long as you've lost life this turn, Essence Channeler has flying and vigilance. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Essence Channeler. I keep saying Challenger, but it's Channeler. When Essence Channeler dies, put its counters on target creature you control. And we got 2, 3 of those. Nice. Oh, this is the poster we got. Amelia Benavides Aguirre. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Vampire Scout. Ward, pay 3 life. Whenever you gain life, she explores. Then destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20. Wow. To have this creature explore, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Then put the card back or put it into your graveyard. Okay. Got it. 3 of those. Good. Halaya, Guided by Light, Human Soldier. Whenever Halaya or another creature or artifact you control enters, you gain 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if you've gained 3 or more life this turn. Warp. You may cast this card from your hand for its warp cost. Exile this creature at the beginning of your next end step. Then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. There's Zoraline. Cosmos Caller. Legendary creature, Bat Cleric. This is actually my commander of my Bat deck. Flying Vigilance. Whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Whenever Zoraline enters or attacks, you may pay white and black and 2 life. When you do, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Yes, very good commander. Temple of Silence. This land enters tapped. When this land enters, scry 1. Tap to add white or black. Hinterland Sanctifier. Rabbit Cleric. When another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Requiting Hex. Instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may Blight 1, which is you may put a -1/-1 counter on a creature you control. Destroy target creature with a mana value of 2 or less. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you gain 2 life. Nice. They're all getting away from me. There we go. Ah, yes, a Deep Cavern Bat. Flying lifelink. When Deep Cavern Bat enters the battlefield, look at the top target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it until Deep Cavern Bat leaves the battlefield. So it's another show me your hand. Exile this card until you kill this creature. Nowhere to Run. Enchantment Flash. When Nowhere to Run enters, target creature of an opponent controls gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. Creatures your opponents control can be targets of spells and abilities as though they didn't have hexproof. Ward abilities of those creatures don't trigger. Wow. You guys seen me you utilize Starscape Cleric when I play Arena. Bat Cleric, Offspring 2+ Swamp. You may pay an additional 2+ Swamp as you cast this spell. If you do, when this creature enters, create a 1/1 token copy of it. Flying, this creature cannot block. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Very vampiric of it. We got another one. And another one. I think they give you like almost 3 of each card in this pre-made deck. Silver Quill Charm. Choose one. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Or exile target creature with power 2 or less. Or each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Foolish Fate. Instant. Destroy target creature. Infusion. If you gained life this turn, that creature's controller loses 3 life. Oh, wow. Fiendish Panda. Bear Demon. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. I think I've seen people utilize this one against me before. When this creature dies, return another target non-bear creature card with a mana value less or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wow. Mudflat Village. Tap to add colorless. Tap to add black. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. So it's tap to add black, but you can only use it on a creature spell. 1+ black plus this. Sacrifice this village. Return target bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel card from your graveyard to your hand. Scoured Barrens. This land enters tapped. When this land enters, you gain 1 life. Tap to add black or white. They gave me 4 of these. Nice. And a plains is probably a bunch of plains, bunch of swamps. There we go. And of course the Offspring Starscape Cleric, Treasure, Clue, a whole bunch of tokens and instructional card. That's a pretty good deck. I like this deck. Very good if you're just starting out or just want to go into a game without having too many complexities on what to do. I know a bunch of commander decks are like, this is I play this, but this is a condition of that, and this is another condition of that. And this deck is pretty much straightforward, which is good. Let me get this garbage out of here. There we go. So, we have Strixhaven left. I have gotten the, there we go, the Secrets of Strixhaven Silver Quill pre-release. I did not choose this particular one. I don't know if they're random or not, or maybe the store clerk at the comic book store knows me too well that I usually go for white and black. But that's okay. I mean, this is up my alley anyway. So yeah, Strixhaven is the wizarding school of Magic the Gathering, so that they don't get sued. So let's take a look at this pre-release kit. So it's this officially launches next week with major retailers, but comic book stores do pre-releases a week before that. So let's open it up. See how beautiful it is. Got some counters, of course. Oh, that's some beautiful art, by the way. There we go. I'm just taking a look at the box art here. It's beautiful. Alright, so in the pre-release kit, they always give you a die, a spin down counter, although this one is kind of hard to read. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool, but it's kind of hard to read, this spin down. Opposed to the, let me grab it over here, opposed to the Spider-Man one that we got with the Spider-Man pre-release. This one's actually difficult to read. No matter, it does look cool. I'll put those to the side there. Alright, what else did we get here? We got, of course, a divider. I usually use these as card dividers when I'm sorting. You can also use them while you're playing to be like, oh, well, cards underneath this pile, this is exiled or something. Whatever you want to do with it. Pre-release, this is strategy on how to do pre-release kits. Secrets of Strixhaven draft archetypes tells you the archetypes of the combination of colors. That's good. Okay. Let's see here. They have given us mathematics. Sorcery, it's a mythic. Target player draws 2 to the power of X cards. 2 to the power of 0 equals 1. 2 to the power of 1 equals 2. 2 to the power of 2 equals 4. 2 to the power of 3 equals 8. 2 to the power of 4 equals 16. 2 to the power of 5 equals 32, and so on. And of course, whatever the X numbers, of course, are what you use to cast it. That's insane. Mathematics. Oh, that's insane. What other cards did they put in this? We got a foil mathematics. We already read that one. Ah, what is this? Scheming Silvertongue. Okay, I didn't mean to cover Yastola's face there. Okay. Scheming Silvertongue. Creature, vampire warlock. Flying, lifelink. At the beginning of your second main phase, if you gained 2 or more life this turn, this creature becomes prepared. While it's prepared, you may cast a copy of its spell. Doing so unprepares it. So basically, if you gained a life during your second main phase, you could cast this if you pay. It's basically a sorcery that you can continuously cast as long as this creature is on the battlefield. And of course, Sign in Blood is target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. So you could just constantly have your opponent draw 2 cards and lose 2 life every turn if need be. That's a pretty awesome card. I do have Sign in Blood in my Bats commander deck. Silver Quill Charm. We actually read this one. Abigail, Poet Literate. Bird Bard, flying whenever you cast a creature spell, Abigail becomes prepared. With Heroic Stanza, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. You just keep on putting 1/1 counters on them. Snooping Page, Human Cleric, Repertoire. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that target creature, this creature can't be blocked this turn. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Okay. Inkscape Demonstrator. There we go. Elephant Cleric, Word 2, Repertoire, and we already. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gets +1/+0 and gains lifelink until the end of turn. Inkling Mascot. Inkling Cat. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gains flying until the end of turn. Survey 1. Yo, enjoy your lurk. Dealing with a headache. I'm so sorry, Lael. I hope you feel better soon. Render Speechless. Sorcery. Opponent reveals their hand. You choose non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Honor-bound Page. Cat Cleric. First strike. This creature enters prepared. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains flying until the end of turn. Interjection. Instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains first strike until the end of turn. Eager Glyph Mage. Cat Cleric. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Rapier Wit. Instant. Tap target creature. This, if it's your turn, put a stun counter on it. Draw a card. Rehearsed Debater. Jin Bard. Vigilance Repertoire. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, targets a creature, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Shattered Acolyte. Dwarf Warlock. Lifelink. Sacrifice this creature, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Form of Amity. Yep. Another land card and some tokens. Oh, that's pretty cool. They give you tokens that say prepared on them. Awesome. All right. Guess we'll put that there. See what else they got here for us. Pull this out here. I don't think there's anything else in here. Okay, good. I want to show you guys everything. So apparently they don't have promo cards. Like, normally, like with a pre-release, they'll have like a single promo card, but I think they just gave us a couple of some mythics and rares instead. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Strixhavens coming from this pre-release, but I also got 4 more packs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 packs we get to open tonight of Strixhaven, and yeah, let's get into it, shall we? All the packs. Now, I don't know, it's obviously not like Turtles, where you're like guaranteed a Ninja Turtle, mutant turtle in every pack. It's the same of 1 foil and 1 rare in every pack. All right. Cost of Brilliance. Sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Interjection. We've read this one. Good. Deluge Virtuoso. Human Wizard. When this creature enters, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Opus. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature gets 1/1 until the end of turn. If 5 or more mana has been spent to cast that spell, this creature gets 2/2 until the end of turn instead. Nice. Tackle Artist. Orc Sorcerer. Trample. Opus. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. If 5 or more mana were spent to cast a spell, put 2 1/1 counters on this creature instead. So, okay. Interesting. Okay. Oracle's Restoration. Sorcery. Target creature you control gets 1/1 until the end of turn. You draw a card and gain 1 life. Stadium Title Mage. Djinn Sorcerer. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may draw a card. If you do so, discard a card. Celion Ain Tackle. Target sorcery. Target creature you control gets +0/+10 until the end of turn. Then it fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. Interesting. So it's like a forced I'm going to take down your creature with this creature situation. Charging Strife Knight. Spirit Knight. Haste. Discard a card. Draw a card. Interesting. Another Silver Quill Charm. We have a mythic here. Improvised Capstone. Sorcery Lesson. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile cards with a total mana value of 4 or greater. You may cast any number of spells from among them without paying their mana cost. Nice. Our rare is Steal the Show. Sorcery. Choose 1 or both. Target player discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. Or Steal the Show deals damage equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard to target creature or planeswalker. Bulk Up. Instant. Double target creature's power until the end of turn. Flashback 4. And we have a holographic interjection. Fields of Strife. And a copy Spirit Token. That's awesome. That's a really good pack. I really liked that pack. That was good. All right, next one. And I do apologize if you hear some construction in the background. My goodness, my neighbor decided to do some construction work like in the almost the evening hours. It's like, what the hell, dude? Anyway. Tome Blast, sorcery. Tome Blast deals 2 damage to any target. Flashback 4. Mindful Biomancer, Dryad Druid. When this creature enters, you gain 1 life. Tap 2 plus green. This creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Ulna Alley Shopkeep, Goblin Warlock, Menace, Infusion. This creature gets +2/+0 as long as you gained life this turn. Of course, of course. Shattered Acolyte, we've read this one. Grapple with Death, sorcery. Destroy target artifact or creature, you gain 1 life. Mage Tower Referee. Artifact creature construct. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Multicolored spell, okay. Addictive Evolution. Enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put 3 1/1 counters on it. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains vigilance until the end of turn. Rabid Attack, instant until the end of turn. Any number of target creatures you control each get +1/+0 and gain when this creature dies. Draw a card. Prismari Charm. Choose 1, survey 2, draw a card. Prismari Charm deals 1 damage to each if each of 1 or 2 targets. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Summoned Doomadry. Spirit Camel. Vigilance. Tap 1 plus planes. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Let's see. Our rare is Antiquities on the Loose. Sorcery. Create 2 red and white spirit creature tokens. Then, if this spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put a 1/1 counter on each spirit you control. Flashback 4. Beyond Duty Beyond Death. Instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Creatures you control gain indestructible until the end of turn. But put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Our holographic is Maelstrom Artisan, creature monitor, sorcerer, haste. This creature enters prepared with rocket volley. Destroy target non-basic land. Okay, we got a swamp and an elemental fractal token. Oh, it's good that they gave us a fractal one, because that card said we can create fractals. And we need a token to create fractals, right? Alright. And we're grooving. We're moving. We're grooving. Okay. What'd we get? Owlin Historian. Bird Cleric. Flying. When this creature enters, survey 1. When 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, this creature gets 1/1 until the end of turn. Procrastinate. Sorcery. Yes, we all like to procrastinate, don't we? Tap this creature, put twice X stun counters on it. If permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove 1 from it instead. Zealous Lorecaster. Giant Sorcerer. When this creature enters, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Oracle's Restoration. Sorcery. Target creature you control gets 1/1 until the end of turn. You draw a card and get... Oh, we already read this one. Send in the Pest. The Pest. Sorcery. Each opponent discards a card. You create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with whenever this creature token attacks, you gain 1 life. Wilt in the Heart. Wilt in the Heat. There we go. This spell costs 2 less to cast if 1 or more cards left to your graveyard this turn. Wilt in the Heat deals 5 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Biblioplex Tomekeeper. Construct. When this creature enters, choose up to 1. Target creature becomes prepared. Target creature becomes unprepared. Okay. So it's a good FU to your opponent. Tablet of Discovery. When this artifact enters, mill a card. You may play that card this turn. Campus Composer. Merfolk Bard. Ward 2. This creature enters prepared. Create a 3/3 blue and red elemental creature token with flying. Stand up for yourself. Destroy target creature with a power of 3 or greater. Molten Core Maestro. Goblin Bard. Menace Opus. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, add an amount of red equal to this creature's power. And we got another Duty Beyond Death. Got Brush Off as our holographic. The spell costs 1 plus green less to cast if it targets an instant or sorcery spell, counter target spell. We got a full land, full art swamp, and an elemental treasure token. Awesome sauce. Next one. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Noxus Newt. He's adorable. Salamander. Death Touch. Tap to add green. That's adorable. He's adorable. Borog Banemaker. Frog Warlock. Death Touch. Tap 1 plus swamp. This creature gets 1/1 until the end of turn. Rapier Wit. We already read that one. Landscape Painter. Merfolk Wizard. This creature enters prepared. Draw 2 cards. Strife Scholar. Orc Sorcerer. Ward. Pay 2 life. This creature enters prepared. Create a 2/2 red and white spirit creature tokens. Potioner's Trove. Artifact. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap. Add. You gain 2 life. Activate only if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Rabbit Attack. I think we already read this one. Tam Observant Sequencer. Gorgon Wizard. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tam becomes prepared. And with prepared, you draw a card and gain 1 life. Sundering Archaic Avatar. Converge. When this creature enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls with a mana value less or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast this creature. Put target card from a graveyard onto the bottom of its owner's library. Mana Sculpt. Instant. Counter target spell. If you control a wizard, add an amount of land equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell at the beginning of your next main phase. Arc of Hunger. Artifact. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, this artifact deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. Mill a card. You may play that card this turn. Locust Spray. Instant. Target creature gets -1/-1 until the end of turn. Cycling Swamp. Berserk. Instant. Cast the spell only before the combat damage step. Target creature gains trample and gets plus X plus 0 until the end of turn, where X is its power, and at the beginning of the next end step, destroy that creature if it attacked this turn. Wow. Damn. Swamp. And we got another punch out tokens, essentially. Which is good. Good. With the whole prepared thing, it's good to have tokens that say prepared. Next one. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty. Elite Interceptor. Human wizard. This creature enters prepared. You may tap or untap target creature. Draw a card. Chase Inspiration. Instant. Target creature you control gets +0/+3 and gains hexproof until the end of turn. Rabble Rouser. Dwarf Sorcerer. When this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Exile a target from your graveyard. Exile a card from your graveyard. Add fire. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Damn. Wild Hypothesis. Sorcery. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X 1/1 counters on it. Survey 2. The Last Grasp. Instant. Target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. Rancorous Archaic. Avatar. Trample, Reach, Converge. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast. Render Speechless. Sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Put 2 1/1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Colossus of the Blood Age. Construct. When this creature enters, it deals 3 damage to each opponent and you gain 3 life. When this creature dies, you discard any number of cards, then draw that many of cards +1. So many great ideas for D&D enemies. I know, right? How's it going, TI? Encouraging Aviator. Bird Wizard. Flying. Whenever this creature attacks, it becomes prepared. Target creature gains flying until the end of turn. So it's a dragoon. Enos, I think that's Enos, right? Debate Moderator. Human Cleric. When Enos enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. At the beginning of your end step, if 1 or more cards were put into exile this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Enos. Steal the Show. Sorcery. Choose 1 or both. I think we already had Steal the Show, right? Yeah, we already had Steal the Show, but that's cool. Requisition Raid. There we go. Sorcery Spree. Choose 1 or more additional costs. Plus, it's a white. +1 destroy target artifact. +1 destroy target enchantment. +1 put a 1/1 counter on each creature a player controls. Wow. Our holographic is Seize the Spoils. Sorcery. As an additional cost to cast a spell, draw a card. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. And we got a swamp. We get a lot of swamps. And another punch out token. There we go. We got 4 more packs left. All right, what do we get here? Terramorphic Expanse. Land, sacrifices land. Search your library for basic land card. Put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Cheerful Ostemonancer? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that pronounced. I'm sorry. That was horrible. Orc Warlock. This creature enters prepared. If prepared, raise dead. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Shattered Acolyte. We've read that one. Essence Scatter. Instant target creature. Counter target creature spell. Wilt of in the Heart. We've read that one. Biblioplex Tomekeeper. We've read that one. Yep. Speculator Sky Whale. It's a sky whale. Elemental Whale, flying opus. When you cast an instant sorcery spell, this creature gets +3/+0 until the end of turn. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, put 3 1/1 counters on this creature instead. Diary of Dreams artifact book. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a page counter on this artifact. Tap 5 plus this, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each page counter on this artifact. So it's basically a draw card. Cuboid Colony. Insect. Flash. Flying Trample. Increment. Whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana you spent greater than this creature's power or toughness, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Forum Necroscribe. Troll Warlock. Ward. Discard a card. Repertory. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Dreamroot Cascade. Land. Cool. Right. Monster. Apparently their gimmick with this one is to have this alt art, one alt art in every pack, which I'm here for, you know. Instant target creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. Create a monster roll token attached to it. Our holographic is Stone Docent, Spirit Chimera. Exile this card from your graveyard. You gain 2 life. Survey 1. Activate only as a sorcery. We got an island and an Inkling Spirit token. Awesome. We have 3 more packs left for tonight. Loving every pack so far. This is definitely a really good release. Rearing Embermire. Oh, it's a horse. Horse Beast. Reach Haste. Barog Barrage. Instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. If you cast another instant or sorcery spell this turn, then it deals damage equal to its power up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Temporic Expanse. Terramorphic Expanse. We've read that one. Cheerful Ostemonancer. We've read that one. Shattered Acolyte. Elemental Mascot. Elemental Bird. Flying Vigilance Opus. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of your next turn. Old Growth Educator. Tree Folk Druid. Vigilance Reach. Infusion. When this creature enters, put 2 1/1 counters on it if you gained life this turn. Fractal Anomaly. Instant, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Emil, Vastlands Roamer, Elf Druid. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them have trample. Tap 4+ green plus this card. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. That's hilarious. Applied geometry. There we go. Sorcery. Create a token that is a copy of a target non-aura permanent you control, except it's a 0/0 fractal creature in addition to its other types. Put 6 1/1 counters on it. Damn. Emertus of Truth, Cat Cleric. When this creature enters, target player creates a 1/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, this creature becomes prepared with Swords of Plowshares. Exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. Pick your poison. Sorcery. Choose one. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact, or each opponent sacrifices an enchantment of their choice, or each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying of their choice. Our holographic is Group Project. Another full art foil this time. Swamp. Fractal Spirit token. Awesome. Put that there. We've got 2 more packs for tonight. Come on. Come on. I want you all to come out. Not just one. I want you all to come out. There we go. Tome Blast. Mindful Biomancer. Another Alley Shopkeep. Shattered Acolyte. Quick Study. Instant to draw 2 cards. Another Rancorous Archaic. Inkshape Demonstrator. Again. Scolding Administrator. Dwarf Cleric. Menace. Repertoire. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, if it has had counters on it, put those counters on up to 1 target creature. So it's like Zack from Final Fantasy. Muse Seeker, Elf Wizard. Opus, when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card, then discard a card unless 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell. Thunderstorm Soloist, Dwarf Bard. Reach, Opus, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast the spell, this creature deals 3 damage to each opponent instead. Vicious Rivalry. As an additional cost to cast the spell, pay X life. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with the mana value of X or less. Wow. Stargaze, that's a beautiful card. Sorcery, look at twice X cards from the top of your library. Put X from among them into your hand and the rest to your graveyard. You lose X life. Wow. Damn. Tragedy Fester. Creature, demon, trample, ward, discard a card, infusion at the beginning of your end step. Sacrifice a permanent unless you gained life this turn. Damn. Swamp and a Fractal Spirit token. And we have 1 last pack for tonight. Feeling really good about this pre-release. Loved it so far. can only get better at this point. Cannot go wrong. Goblin Glasswright. Goblin Sorcerer. This creature enters prepared with craft with pride. Create a creature token. Shopkeeper's Bane. Badger Pests. Trample whenever this creature attacks you, gain 2 life. Pull from the grave. Sorcery. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. You gain 2 life. Rehearsed Debater. Jin Bard. I think we've had him before. Yep. Spellbook Seeker again. Page Loose Leaf. Legendary artifact creature construct. Add colorless. Grandeur. Discard another card named Page Loose Leaf. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an instant or sorcery card. Put that card into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Snooping Page again. Homesick. Oh no, he's homesick. Instant. Target player draws 2 cards. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Put a stun counter on each of them. Garrison Excavator. Orc Sorcerer. Menace. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 red and white spirit creature token. Essence Knit Scholar. Dryad Warlock. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with whenever this token attacks, you gain 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw a card. Pensive Professor. Human Wizard. Increment. Whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana you spent is greater than this creature's power or toughness, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on this creature, draw a card. Return the Favor. Instant Spree. Choose 1 or more additional costs. +1 copy target instant spell, sorcery spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. You may choose new targets for this copy. +1 change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. Wow. Embrace the Paradox. Instant. Draw 3 cards. You may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield tapped. And our land is Spectacle Summit and a Elemental Treasure token. And that, my friends, is it for the Secrets of Strixhaven pre-release kit.